Firing order? You must have heard this word many times. Mechanics talk about it, automobile engineers always consider it when designing an engine, and sometimes even in car reviews you'll hear people mention it. But the big question is, what exactly is this firing order? Why is it so important? And what happens if an engine doesn't have a proper firing order? Well, in today's video, we're gonna clear up all the confusion. And by the end of the video, you'll not only know what firing order is, but also how it works inside a multi-cylinder engine and why it's so important. We also see the firing orders of 2-cylinder, 3-cylinder, 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder and 8-cylinder inline engines. So make sure to stay with me till the end of the video because this is going to be very interesting. So let's start from the basics. Before we even talk about firing orders, we need to understand what happens inside the cylinder of an engine. Every piston inside your engine goes through 4 important strokes: intake, compression, power, and exhaust. Think of it like a 4 steps dance move that repeats again and again. In the intake stroke, the piston moves downwards, and just like you inhaling air, the engine breathes in a fresh mixture of fuel and air. Then comes the compression stroke. The piston moves upwards and squeezes that mixture tightly. Now you might be thinking why it's happened. Because the tighter the mixture, the more powerful the explosion will be. Next comes the power stroke. This is the most important part. The spark plug fires, the compressed mixture explodes, and the piston is pushed down with a strong force. And finally, the exhaust stroke, the piston moves up again and throws out the burnt gases, like exhaling after a breath, and then the cycle repeats. Intake, compression, power, exhaust. That's how every cylinder works. Imagine you're at a party and everyone is trying to talk at once. It becomes noisy, chaotic, and confusing. But now imagine everyone is given a turn. First person speaks, then the second, then the third. Now everything is clear and smooth. Engines work the same way. In a multi-cylinder engine, we can't allow all cylinders to fire at the same time. There has to be a sequence, a rhythm, almost like a dance move, one after the other. This sequence of power strokes happening inside the cylinders, we call it the firing order. In simple words, firing order means which cylinder fires first, which one fires second, which one fires third, and so on. Now you might be wondering, why does this sequence matter so much? Well, there are 4 big reasons. Number 1, to reduce vibrations. When pistons move, they create twisting vibrations. A good firing order helps cancel out those vibrations so your car doesn't shake like a blender. Number 2, smooth power delivery. Just like a relay race where each runner passes the baton smoothly, firing order makes sure power from each cylinder is delivered one after the other without gaps, so the engine runs smoothly. Number 3, better balance and longer life. By distributing the load evenly on the crankshaft, the firing order protects it from sudden shocks and keeps the engine healthy for years. Number 4, performance and efficiency. A well-balanced firing order means the engine doesn't waste fuel, gives better mileage, and at the same time produces more power. So now you know that firing order is not just some random technical thing, it's the heartbeat of the engine. Now let's understand this better with an example. Suppose you have a 4-cylinder engine. At one moment, the first cylinder is taking in air, the second one is compressing, the third one is firing its power stroke, and the fourth one is pushing out exhaust gases. In that moment, the engine is getting power from the third cylinder. A little later, the second cylinder fires its power stroke, then the first one, and then the fourth one, and the cycle repeats. That sequence of which cylinder fires, after which is what we call the firing order. So, why is it so important? Because without a proper firing order, the crankshaft will become unbalanced. Every piston is connected to the crankshaft, and when one piston pushes down with force, another piston moving in the opposite direction balances it out. If 2 pistons fire at the same time, the crankshaft gets overloaded and could even fail. But with the correct firing order, the upward and downward forces balance each other, making the engine run smoothly and extending its life. You've probably noticed this in real life too. When you're sitting in a car or a bus and the driver turns on the ignition, there's usually a sudden vibration for a couple of seconds. That's because initially only one cylinder fires and the crankshaft is momentarily unbalanced. But as the firing order kicks in and each cylinder starts firing in its proper turn, the vibrations settle down and the engine runs smoothly. That's the magic of firing order in action. Before we continue the video, let me introduce you to a must-have scooter accessory LED handguards with built-in daytime running lights and turn indicators. These handguards are designed specifically for scooters. Whether you have an old model or a brand new scooters, they fit seamlessly without any modifications. Crafted from military-grade lightweight material with an anti-scratch coating, they protect your hands and knuckles from debris, mud, hot or cold air, kite strings, and harmful UV rays. The clear transparent design ensures they complement any scooter color, while the LED lights and turn indicators give your scooter a unique look and enhance visibility and safety on the road. Installation is so easy, literally just a few seconds, and once they're on, you'll immediately notice the added protection and style. Proudly made in India, these handguards combine quality, durability, and affordability. So friends, upgrade your scooter's safety, style, and comfort today by checking the link in the description and take your riding experience to the next level. So let's dive into our main topic. Now, let's look at some firing orders examples in different engines. In a simple 2-cylinder inline engine, the firing order is 1 to 2, first cylinder fires, then the second, and then back to the first again. In a 3-cylinder inline engine, the usual firing order is 1, 3, 2. First, the first cylinder, then the third, then the second cylinder. In a 4-cylinder inline engine, the most common firing order is 1, 3, 4, 2, though some engines also use 1, 2, 4, 3 firing order. There's a lot of debate on which is better, and that's a topic for another detailed video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. In a 6-cylinder inline engine, the firing order is 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4, which gives excellent smoothness. That's why 6-cylinder engines are so popular for their refinement. And in an 8-cylinder inline engine, the firing order is 1, 4, 7, 3, 8, 5, 2, 6, creating that beautiful rhythm and roar we all love in a big V8 engine. So, in simple terms, the firing order is like the heartbeat of the engine. It keeps the engine smooth, powerful, and efficient. Without it, your engine would be noisy, shaky, inefficient, and could even break down. In today's video, we only looked at firing order in inline engines, but there are also V-type and opposed engines which have very interesting firing orders of their own. If you'd like to see a video on those, let me know in the comments below. Friends, I hope you now have a clear understanding of what firing order is, how piston strokes work, and why this sequence is so important for an engine. If you found this video useful, don't forget to hit like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more such easy to understand explanations. And if you want to buy a Royal Enfield motorcycle, then definitely click on this video and watch the video till the end. Or, if you want to buy a budget-friendly motorcycle for you, then definitely click on this video and watch the video till the end.